Hi, welcome back to the shed. Today we'll be reviewing the brake pads that I installed last month in my Honda Civic. They are from a brand called Ridex. I think this is the correct way to pronounce it. If not, please let me know in the comments below. But as I said, I installed it last month, and in the meantime, I've done almost 2,000 kilometers with these new pads. For reference, the model for these pads is 402B0247, and the car is, as I said, on the Civic, it is a 96 one uh, with a 1.5 engine. So if you know on the Civics, it's a EK3 model. These pads were extremely cheap, costing only €9 and 43 cents. Okay. So let's review my experience so far with them. I'll start with the worst part, and I will try to address this with this actual video, because the worst part is actually the lack of information. Before buying the pads, I searched for reviews or comparisons, but I couldn't find any. I just saw random recommendations in forums like it is cheap, don't cheap out on brakes. If it's cheap, it must be bad. Go for a reputable brand. And that's sound advice. Nevertheless, I couldn't find reviews or actually info on the pads. Also, I can't find any information from Ridex itself on the compound of the pads or any info other than the car model that the pads are for. As such, I'll have to give it a low score on this one. So only half star regarding available information. Okay. Now regarding what is really important, and that's the actual braking performance. Well, it actually stops the car without any drama. So I would say that performance is lower than original on the pads, of course, and it's also even the TRW pads that I had, but not by much, to be honest. It's perfectly acceptable for a daily driver that doesn't experience any kind of sports driving or spirited driving, however you want to call it. Um, of course, if you want to compare it, it's miles away from performance pads by Brembo, Ferodo, EBC, or I don't know what other brands you can use for like Project Mu or something like that. It's miles away, really. If you drive your car hard, look elsewhere. You shouldn't be looking at bands on this price point, period. I would say that performance-wise, it scores 2.5 stars. For me, it's well, it does the job. Going into secondary aspects of braking, I'd like to start with the noise. I was really surprised, and this is a super silent pad. I was expecting this to be a noisier pad. I didn't experience any noise yet. So on this category, I'm giving it a solid 5 for sure. Also, regarding brake dust, to be honest, there's nothing to complain about. It's on par with other brands. It doesn't produce any excessive dust that I could see. So I would say it scores a comfortable 3.5 stars on this. When it comes to value for money, the pads really deliver on this. Let's face it. The only reason to buy these pads is its price, and the pads will do their job. So it's fine. It's not the best brake pad in the world, but for the money, probably you can't beat it. The score on this for me it's 4.5. So overall, the Ridex pads deserve a positive classification with an average of 3. Uh, I think it's fair. Hope you enjoyed this small review, and I hope this helps you to decide whether these are the right pets for you or not. If you want more similar reviews or automotive content, please like and subscribe, and see you next time, guys. Thank you very much.